national account manager for the company Waste Management.
Oh,
I
I
handle,
think I've heard of them.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I handle, I've been with them for about 20 years. And what I do is I work with probably 15 of our largest environmental customers who do like remediation type work where there's been contamination or demolition, tearing places down, asbestos removal, hazardous waste removal, treatment and disposal. So that's the kind of stuff that I handle, yeah.
How long have you lived here?
Lawrenceburg, about 7 years.
I see.
Yeah. So I grew up in Harrison.
I see.
I just grew up down the street, so.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep. It's interesting. It's something different every day.
I
I
bet.
bet.
It's been interesting the last couple of years without traveling too.
Doing everything remotely.
Huh?
Doing everything remotely.
Yeah. Yeah. Getting pretty good at it. I like it actually.
Yeah, it's amazing what you find out you can do when you're forced to do it.
It's
right?
amazing what the company found out how much they can save when people aren't
Yes.
traveling too.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Now, Tom, would you like to open the meeting, or would you rather I do it?
Sure, I can open the meeting. Is it 6? Okay. Opening up the meeting of the Lawrenceburg Board of Zoning Appeals. It is 6 p.m. on April 27th, 2022. I'd like to call the meeting to order, and we would take the roll call, please. Who's the current secretary? Jim, are you the secretary? Okay, Jim, you want to take
Yeah.
roll?
I do the roll call usually.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Just because I get the
Yeah, go ahead.
work back. Owen Cross. Here. Rudy Ramey.
Here.
Jim Crook.
Here.
Bob Mills is absent. Scott McLean.
Here.
Thomas Blondell.
Here.
And myself.
Oh, do we have a staff report?
I have nothing other than what's in your packet.
Great. Any new business?
Need to review the minutes of the last meeting
Right.
for those who were there. If everybody's had a chance to read the minutes.
Everybody read the minutes, and if so, is there a motion to approve and accept?
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Minutes are accepted.
Okay.
New business would be the appointment of new officers. How did they do this in the past?
We just asked if there's any nominations for
Okay.
chairman, because our chairman that was on the board
Oh, that's
is no
right.
longer on the board.
Sure.
So I need somebody to nominate, don't nominate yourself.
I'm gonna nominate Rudy Ramey to be the chairman of the. Sounds like he's a busy guy and knows stuff.
Is there a second?
I'll second
Okay.
He's looking.
All in favor?
it. Aye.
Aye.
Any objections? No. Rudy Ramey is the new chairman.
New chairman.
Oh,
No.
good.
Rudy, how do you spell your last name?
R-A-M as in Mary, E-Y.
Oh, okay. Any recommendations or motions for appointment of the vice chairman?
I'd like to remind you guys that Bob Mills is still eligible for this, if you'd like to appoint him to anything.
I'd like to nominate him.
Any seconds?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any objections?
That's what happens when you don't show up. to
That's
meetings
what
and get
happens.
elected.
Is it Bob Miller?
It's Bobby.
Bobby, okay.
My LES. Mills, I'm sorry.
Oh, Mills, okay.
My LES.
And now, any motions for the secretary?
I'll nominate Jim Crook, who's been there before.
Any seconds?
I second.
Okay, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Nay.
Oh,
Is that really a nay? Okay,
No.
all right,
I was just kidding.
all right. Jim is appointed as the secretary, and as a result of the appointment of Rudy, Mr. Ramey will take the gavel and be the chairman for the remainder of this meeting forward for the next year.
All right.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it, thank you.
Here you go. Here is, that's a little cheat sheet about how the meeting progresses.
Okay,
So this is new business?
this is the new business on the Interpack.
That's correct.
Gotcha, all right. Should I go ahead and read through
Right.
it first?
First, you would, you don't have to read through it. You just ask the applicant to appear at the podium
Oh, okay.
and provide us an overview.
Are you here for Interpack? I am. Can you move up to the podium and give us a little bit of an overview of what you guys are doing and what you're asking for here?
State your name.
Is he done
Name
Oh, for this,
and position.
Seth Martin, project manager, that will be overseeing the project. And
yet? SPC.
looking to install
Is he-
new silos at the existing facility. Kind of tight property over there, so best way is to go up. And with material shortages and supply chain issues, these new silos are needed to store more of their material, the pellets that make the actual plastic molds that they do. And this 54-foot silo is what we're looking and is available. And it's 9 foot over the 45-foot limit, but we're hoping we can.
I actually drove down by there today. It's on the, I guess that would be the southwest corner,
Yes,
the back corner there. There's 2 existing silos back there.
yes, correct.
And how tall are those now?
Those are 28.
Those are 28. So you've ordered 2 45s,
Yes.
and you're going to put the 54 in until you can get the 45s in, then is the 54 going to come out, or is it going to remain?
I think the 54-foot will remain, is the plan,
Okay.
but I don't have final say over that.
And you said those are 28-foot ones that are there now?
Yes,
Okay. All right.
did you say that the silos were required based on supply chain issues and you need to store more product or material on site?
yes, when it's available, just with trucking issues and getting material, it's just better to have it on hand when they need it.
Do you know how far the silo will be from your borderline of the property?
I would say we're probably, not know the exact, I would say probably 30 to 40 feet.
Okay. And these silos are pre-manufactured
Yes,
and they are, they're not custom made. You just get a 45 or a 54, is that?
the 54-foot is available. They're designed and installed. But the 54-foot one is a used one that's available.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just easy, it's just currently available for a quicker installation? Okay. Are you guys experiencing financial difficulties now because of the material shortage?
I am just part of the construction team. I don't know the
Okay.
financials of Interpack itself. But I know they can't run full ramp if they don't have enough material, so they're allocating material that they can and when they can get shipments. So it's not full, they can't full run.
And it's your intent that you're going to have 2 45 silos and only one of the 3 is the out-of-code 9 by 9 feet variation per? So do you think you've done enough necessarily to satisfy the ordinance requirements?
I believe so.
Can I ask a couple of questions?
Yeah, of course, of course.
So I drove back there also and sat and watched and looked at the property, and I couldn't tell when the property line was, but I noticed that the drive going back was paved, concrete, and then there was some gravel, and then some additional flatter areas, which would have to be developed, obviously, to go around the 6 silos, right, at some point.
Yes.
So you have plans for that now. Does that interfere with that retention pond down below, or is that has nothing to do with you guys?
No,
I'm just curious.
That retention pond's for the site, and it wouldn't impact the drainage.
Okay. height-wise of those, looking at those, I don't see where 50, 60, you don't see it.
And I just looked at the property lines, and, I mean, to the rear, they're 100+ feet, and to the south side there, they're about 200 feet off the far property line.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the boat ramp.
Okay. I was just concerned that if the 54-foot silo fell, if it would still remain on Interpac's property.
It would.
Yeah,
Gotcha, thank you.
There's a flat up there enough
right.
to catch it.
Yeah, and where it's located at, I mean, there's really nothing around, it's not blocking any views,
Right.
it's not, you know, like for people turning or anything of the sort. I mean, it's off the beaten path far enough back there to where you wouldn't even know it was there unless you were looking for it probably, so.
You have to have it do a greater turn, obviously, going into that dock that's next to it, but that's not a big deal, I don't think. From what and it's only one, so.
Let's see. Any additional questions from the board? Do you have any additional statements you'd like to make, or,
I don't believe so.
okay. Do I have a motion to send this request to legal?
I'll make the motion.
I will second.
We have a motion and it has been seconded. Tom, will you read each of the 5 questions to ask for a motion to approve or deny after each question?
That'll be for you. after-
Sure, that's,
Yeah.
I'll answer the question, just so that you know, in order for the variance to be approved and accepted,
Mhm.
it has to satisfy 5 requirements. It's a
Gotcha.
developmental variance request. So I ask the question that the statute, the law requires to be answered, and then I will make a statement as to what I believe their answer is,
Okay,
the answer that he gave, and then we'll take a vote. If there's no further questions, we'll take a vote on each individual question. And at the conclusion of the 5 questions, we will take a vote, we'll submit it to the board for approval. And we need a quorum of the board to approve it, which is a majority of all of the members, not the majority of the members who
Present.
are present.
right.
So in this particular instance, we would need 3 members to approve it.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Yep.
So I'll go first. The application is, there will be no, it will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community because, and the representation from the applicant is the additional 9 feet added to the storage silos would not impact any other structures of neighboring properties, and in the event that it was defective or fell as of wind or weather, it would fall within the same, within the applicant's own property line. Also, it exists within the floodplain, so the development in that area is very restricted and limited. So that is what I perceived your answer was. The board has to take a vote to indicate that they satisfied, the applicant satisfied this the first condition. So if you would ask the board if they
Right.
approve it, and then
Will
we'll
the
take.
board approve the satisfaction of this particular question
Say yes.
In the form of a motion.
in the form of a motion? I need a motion and a second.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All right. Can I get a quorum on that?
Is it approved?
Is it approved?
I say yes.
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 All in favor?
All in favor, say aye.
Yeah.
And
All
any opposed? No? Number 1 is satisfied. The second condition is the use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. What the applicant indicated was that all 3 silos will be installed on the applicant's property only. And there is no adjoining property whose vision would be impaired or exposed to the defective silo falling on their property. So that's the applicant's response to number 2.
All right, can I get a motion to accept that?
I'll make that motion.
And a second?
I will second.
Okay, can I get a vote on it? All those,
All in favor?
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Passed.
Number 2, condition passes. Number 3, the strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the property because the applicant will have insufficient material to satisfy his production requirements without the installation of the storage silos. They indicated that the supply chain is limited and therefore they, in order to continuously operate, they needed the silos for storage.
Need a motion from the board to satisfy this question?
I'll make the motion.
And a second?
And I will second.
And those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Passed.
Passed. Number 3 is satisfied. The 4th condition is any variance requested represents the smallest deviation possible. The applicant indicated that the limited 9 feet of higher stature of the one silo is minimal and that they made an attempt to satisfy the zoning ordinance by obtaining 2 compliant height silos. That's their 4th
Okay,
response.
all right. I need a motion on this one, that this one is satisfied as well.
I make that motion.
Have a motion, need a second?
I'll second it.
And those who vote for satisfaction of this,
Aye.
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 and that's been satisfied as well.
Okay, condition 4 was satisfied. Condition 5, the approval of the variance requested is not based upon legally existing nonconformities of a similar nature in the same zoning district, nor regulations from other zoning districts. And the applicant's response was there's no pre-existing storage silos on the property that exceed the code height of 45 feet. It is only one silo that they seek to apply as the variance.
Need a motion on this question as well,
I will make that motion.
and I need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor say aye,
Aye.
Aye.
and question 5 has been satisfied.
Question 5 has been satisfied. Therefore, as all 5 of the conditions have been satisfied, the board must approve the variance application based upon satisfying the 5 conditions, and you'll need a vote on that also.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the variance request?
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion, I need a second,
I will second the motion.
and all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? None.
Variance application is
Variance
satisfied.
application is satisfied.
Can I bring
And
up a
appro-
question?
Sure.
You mentioned 3 additional silos, including the one that's 54 feet.
Sure.
But there's actually gonna be 4, correct? At some point?
Yeah, there's a future plan use that,
Would they have to go back before us to get that 4?
Not if it's in
As long as it
compliance.
stays under the
As long as it's-
44 feet.
Good, okay, I just wanted to make sure,
It's just a variance for the one silo, correct?
basically.
Correct, yeah.
That falls under staff site plan review.
So each person will have to sign that? Sure.
Just didn't want you to have to come back again.
oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh. I
Thanks
guess
for your
I'm-
patience, too. Kind of a new process for me.
And we're doing, and we've kind of adjusted the application for some new statutes that passed. We have to individually, we generally used to submit the reasons and then at the end, submit it for approval, but we have to submit each individual condition for approval, so.
It's actually it's a better way of doing it.
Yeah, I think so too. It makes the applicant explain the reasons why. I mean, it's a little bit more
Detail.
for me, because I have to ask more specific questions, but, you know,
Doing
nothing
due
for me.
diligence.
and I think we just have no new business, and then if there's no new business or other new business, then you will
Adjourn.
make a motion for adjournment.
All right. There you go.
Oh, you keep that.
Oh, I keep that.
Yeah, it goes to
Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson.
Mr.
Our
Johnson.
record copy.
Yeah.
All right. At this point, do we have any new business for the Board of Zoning Appeals?
We have no other business,
No new business?
Mr. Chairman.
All right, great. That being said, I would need a motion to adjourn in a second.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
It's been motion to adjourn and seconded, and all those in favor say aye.
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 Adjourn.
Good job, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, it was great. Good to see you, man, Jimmy. How's your wife doing?
She's good too.
Oh, fantastic. Is she out of the hospital?
Thanks, guys.
So you answered the wrong way when I asked you what you did. I said, you know, 'cause I got your handshake, so I said, okay, this guy is on the money, number one. Well, there's a lot to be said about handshakes. Number two,
There is.
that's all I wanted to hear about. Let me see, what does this guy do? Can he handle this?
Well, you know, I'll
And
tell
then
you
you
what.
said, you should have said, no, I just.
Only thing I've added is
Yeah, I mow yards in the neighborhood. I'll remember that for the next time.
No, but that's,
Thank you, that was good.
It'd be good for you.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm in a couple of fraternal organizations, and like I'm in 2 different Masonic lodges,
Oh, good.
and I've been the master of both of those lodges.
Oh, really?
One of them twice.
Wow.
And now I'm treasurer in both of them. So I stay busy.
If you ever want to flex Masonic, I have Masonic pieces from my dad.
You do?
And my grandfather.
Love to see him. Love to see him.
But they're gonna be for sale, most of them.
That's fine. Still love to see him. That's not
Okay,
a problem.
I'll pull them together. and-
Bring him to the next session we have.
I was gonna be. My dad was involved in Delaware.